The midlife crisis. It comes for all of us, and the stressors are not unique. Caretaking, job pressures, declining health. But if you're in China, add one more item to your list: retirement. China has one of the world's lowest retirement ages. Middle age is the prime time to prepare for retirement. Women can leave the workforce at 50 and men at 60. This is about 6 years below most developed economies, and Beijing now wants to change this. It wants to raise the retirement age. Estimates say the new golden number could be 65. There is no clarity though, except on this, that China is desperate and it is going for the lowest hanging fruit, pushing the retirement age. We'll tell you why. First reason, China has a declining birth rate. Last year, it reached a historic low, so fewer births and a rapidly aging population. This leads to the second reason. China's active workforce is shrinking. Fewer people are entering the workforce, more people are retiring, and this is fueling the third factor: dwindling coffers. People who retire get a pension from state-backed funds. But as the workforce shrinks, fewer people are contributing to the pension funds. So within the next decade, the pension system will run out of money. Long story short, Beijing is bleeding money and for once acknowledging the problem. But how are the people taking it? Well, they are angry. This move was long overdue, but critics say implementing it is like taking the easy way out. The unemployment rate is surging in China. Education and childcare costs are high. Gender discrimination is pervasive, so fewer people want to get married and couples don't want children. Hence the population crisis. That is the root problem. China is failing to solve it, and now that the money is drying up, they want a band-aid solution: a higher retirement age. Well, it may help, but only so much. And this challenge is not unique to China really. Across the world, people are living longer. In the year 2000, global life expectancy was 67 years. By 2019, it increased to 73. By 2050, 1 in 6 people will be 65 years or older, meaning more people will leave the workforce than enter it. More people will leave the workforce than enter it. The workforce will shrink. So many countries are rethinking the retirement age. From an economic standpoint, a later retirement age has its benefits. It is good for the government. But let's put the finances aside for a bit. Does it benefit the people? What are the mental and physical implications? One way to answer this is not by looking at lifespans, but at health spans, meaning how long can you actually work for? After the age of 45, brain function starts to reduce. After the age of 60, there is a significant decline in cognitive function, most noticeably in memory. This is the broad trend, and this is bound to impact work. So even if you can continue to work, should you continue to work? The answer will depend on the kind of work you do, how sharp you stay at your age, and your financial situation. All of these factors matter. The rich can always choose to retire, but the poor have to work until their body gives up. There are other problems as well. Assuming that the retirement age is pushed to, say, 67, and let's say you do want to work, will companies want to hire you? If yes, great. If no, you're not only unemployed, you also lose out on your pension. So it's all subjective, really. There are a lot of what ifs. But there is no ideal age for retirement. In countries like Iceland and Norway, the retirement age is 67, which is the highest in the world. Saudi Arabia has the lowest retirement age at 47 years. Then you have Asian countries like India and South Korea, where retirement age is between the late 50s and early 60s. But people work even in their late 60s. So every country has its own story. Having said that, they all face the same challenge: rethinking the retirement number, a reform that everyone will have to think about at some point.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support. And you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On this today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can we expect from this?